don't care who's first or who last, but I know that y'all just better rock this at the drop of a dime, baby. I don't know what y'all gonna do with this, but it got to be funky. It got to be funky if you're gonna be on it. I don't care who start, I don't care what y'all do, but you got to be finished before the music is through.
Yo. What's good, YouTube fight fans? It's the Funk coming back, post-fight style. Floyd, Mayweather, Robert Guerrero. And, what can you say about the fight, It was just a boxing exhibition by Floyd, Boxing 101, boxing masterclass, whatever you want to call it, But I think that for most of us hardcore fans on YouTube, for me it was kind of like Floyd stepped into a time machine, and went back in the days to the pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Looked like the 1999-2000 version of Floyd Mayweather. He looked good as far as his legs go, and people doubting whether he could still do it at his age or whatever, and I'll get on that in a minute, but just want to go over the fight real quick. Like I already said, Floyd definitely utilized his legs much better in this fight than he has in his past couple fights. So he just literally did what he wanted to do in there. And Guerrero, I had said that in my prediction video, that Guerrero is a guy who's not, great at anything, but he's good at a lot of things. And he did a few things well in there that I liked. I liked how he wanted to go to the body. I don't think you see enough people try to attack Floyd's body, but he did do a good job early in the fight of countering Floyd's left with his own left to the body. Landed some real good hard body shots early on. When he actually committed to his jab, he would land it, but he didn't commit to it enough. And I really think that's the key to opening up, more punches against Floyd Mayweather is the jab. But Floyd was just like I said, he was just too much for him. Did what he wanted to, and just outclassed Robert Guerrero, So, there's really not much to go over. I agreed with the scorecards. I had the exact same score as the judges did when the fight was over. And, it is what it is, guys. Floyd did his thing. He's back after a year. And this is a good tune-up fight for him, after being off for a whole year. And, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the fight goes. One thing I want to say now is just, let's just do a little Mayweather talk here while I got your attention, First things first. What I want to ask of all you guys is, can we please finally give Miguel Cotto some credit, all right? And the reason why I bring up Miguel Cotto is because there were so many people worried about Floyd Mayweather and his age and his legs and all this and that due to the Cotto fight, being that Miguel Cotto had busted him up or whatever, won a lot more rounds than we're used to seeing a fighter win against Floyd in a fight. Let's just give Miguel Cotto some credit for once and say, hey, he fought a hell of a fight against Floyd. Like I said in my post-fight video for the Miguel Cotto Floyd Mayweather fight. I also said in my post-fight video for Miguel Cotto and Floyd Mayweather that I didn't believe that his legs were gone. I also said the same thing in my prediction video for the Guerrero fight. And I was right about that. I really didn't see a lot of the things that some people were saying they saw in the Cotto fight. I just felt like he kicked it into another gear later in that fight. And if he didn't have no legs, he wouldn't be able to do that against Cotto. So, he's still good. He can still move. He still got some good reflexes. Still fast as ever. So, you know, he's a great fighter, man. What can you say about him? You know, whether you love him, you hate him, whatever he is to you, you know, you gotta give the guy some credit. He knows how to box, you know. But I just want to share some things with you guys. Fan reaction to this fight is pretty funny. You know, people get excited, you know, when they see Floyd Mayweather fight, and you know, the casuals, man, they kill me. They really kill me. You know, I had a lot of people at my house, and more people than usual for fights. You know, I try to watch every fight possible. You know what? You know, if I don't have nothing going on, whatever, I'll make sure that I'll watch any fight that's on. But you know, when guys like Mayweather fight, Pacquiao fight, there's more people at your house than usual. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had a lot of people here, and a lot of them, some of the things they were saying were hilarious, you know, like, I have a friend of mine, who's saying things like, you know, as the fight's going on, he's like, man, this is perfection, man, Floyd is just perfect, he's doing everything right, blah, 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 and he's like, man, you know, when you make a great fighter look mediocre like Floyd's doing, you know, that's greatness. I mean, I just looked at him and laughed. I said, who the hell said Robert Guerrero was a great fighter, man? What are you talking about? Oh my God. This is the same guy that asked me that when the fight was announced, you know, he's texting me, he's saying, hey man, I know you watch a lot of boxing, you know, who's Robert Guerrero? Is he any good? I'm just like, you don't even know who this man is, but yet Floyd's making him look bad, and then all of a sudden he's a great fighter, you know, like, oh my goodness gracious. Some people are just like, you know, the times when Guerrero was hitting him in the body and things like that, they're like, oh, you know, Floyd's just letting him do that, you know. He's just allowing him to hit him. Looking, really? Floyd doesn't let anybody hit him, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Some of the things are funny. You know, I go to work the next day, and, well, not the next day, but on Monday, and people are coming up to me like, yeah, man, did you watch the fight? You know, I'm like, you know, of course I watched the fight, man. You know, you guys know I watch every fight. Yeah, man, you know, Floyd is just so boring, you know, like, I just really can't stand the guy, and, you know, he's such an asshole, and he's so cocky, and blah, 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 and you have to tell these people, I'm like, man, you guys, really, I mean, you just don't watch enough boxing to understand, this is not brawling, alright, this is not street fighting, this is not a tough man competition, or, you know, whatever. This is boxing, man, you know, and, I mean, I don't know, I mean, I hear a lot of people say, you know, people don't appreciate the boxing ability of Floyd. I don't know if they don't appreciate it, I think it's just, I don't think a lot of them really understand, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand the craft and the skill that goes with what he does, you know? Now, I agree, it's not the most entertaining thing that you could watch, but, you know, at the same time, you gotta, you know, you just gotta really understand what he's doing in there now. Now, I've never boxed, you know, I've never had any amateur fights or anything like that, but I mean, I grew up with a lot of friends that boxed, you know, I've been in gyms, and, you know, I've sparred with some fighters from gyms and, you know, around my city and things like that, so, you know, I understand what he's doing and how he does it and things like that, so it's like, I don't know, maybe you just have to be in it too, or at least watch boxing enough to know, you know what I'm saying? Most of these people that watch Floyd Mayweather fight, they just, I don't know what they're expecting out of him, to stand toe-to-toe with people. Like, that's what I always tell them. It's like, I mean, did you expect him to stand toe-to-toe with Robert Guerrero? I mean, come on, guys, let's think about it here. This is Floyd Mayweather. He's the best defensive boxer in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have to stand in front of you to beat you. You know, he just doesn't. And when he does, a lot of the times the guys that he fight, they can't even put a glove on him. You know, so yeah, it's just really funny to me. You know, I mean, then guys just like, man, I just can't stand him. I hate him. He talks too much shit. I want somebody to knock him out. And I'm like, you guys got to understand that, you know, Floyd Mayweather turned himself into that in a way, you know, like they say in the wrestling business, you know, like a heel, the bad guy, like that's what he did, you know. Now, I mean, like I say, I understand, because when I was younger, when I first started watching Floyd, I was like, man, you know, the guy can box, but he's just so boring, you know, like, I don't want to watch him. But as I've gotten older, you know, I've learned to appreciate the skill and the craft and all that goes with it. But, you know, I've just really explained to people all the time, like, you know, he did that for a reason, you know, because, you know, this is just my opinion. I believe that with the style that he had, you know, prior to becoming Money Mayweather, you know, it really wasn't entertaining. Not a lot of people wanted to watch it, so, you know, you get people to hate you, then they want to see you fight, they want to see you get your head knocked off, you know? And that's what I try to explain to these people, you know, like, when you see Floyd doing the things that he does that irritates you, that makes you mad, it's all part of the business, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal, you know what I'm saying? It's just part of the show. So, yeah, it's pretty funny, man. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. As for the future, you know, for Floyd, I know he signed that 6-fight deal with Showtime, and you know, of course, Jim Gray had to ask him about Canelo, you know, and I see the arguments on YouTube. A lot of people say, you know, Canelo's too big for Floyd, especially at 154 pounds, you know. I mean, I get it. I understand that. He is a lot bigger than Floyd. I mean, he came in at 170-something pounds against Austin Trout. You know, but with all that being said, I would still like to see that fight, you know. I mean, it really makes the most sense dollars-wise, you know. I mean, we all know Floyd is the biggest draw in boxing. I mean, look at Canelo. I mean, there was 40,000 people at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio to see him fight Austin Trout, you know? And I mean, and Austin Trout's a guy who is not known at all, you know what I'm saying? I mean, amongst hardcore fans we know him, but the casual fan doesn't. So, I think it's a good fight to be made. I think it should be made. So, I think if he's smart and he wants the money, you know, do it in September. We'll see, you know? I'm not gonna tell you who I think wins that fight, because, you know, if the fight does get signed, I'll do a prediction video on it. But as of right now, it's just, you know, speculation. So we'll just leave it at that for right now. So yeah, that's my thought on the fight. You know, really nothing special about the fight. Just, you know, Floyd looking like his old self, and that's that, guys. You know, so. Get at me. Let me know what you guys think about the fight. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So this is the Funk. I'm signing off. I'm gonna sit here and bob my head to this funky little beat and end this video. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.